Okay, it's just another week of me day trading, and yeah, this week I blew my 50k starter plus eval for MyFundedFutures, and like this eval was on track to passing because I was up like 1800 bucks within a week of trading. But then last week happened, and yeah, I just kept losing. So yeah, instead of talking about it, here's what happened. Alrighty, it's the start of a new week, and I still haven't recovered mentally from last week because off open, I forced this long solely based off the 1 minute chart, mainly because again, I'm trying to catch one of those opening pops, but like last week, I failed, and honestly, I just need to stop taking these opening gambles, so I'll probably just wait at least 10 minutes after open before trying to take any trades from now on. And if we do look at my game plan for today, I was overall bullish as long as price held above these 800s, so when price got another bounce up, I took another stab long. Here, I low-key hesitated, so I got a slightly worse entry after price bounced up after a quick retest of the moving average here. I would have liked to have gotten in at the bottom of this wick with a limit order, but I was a little scared and started to doubt my setup. And when price got slapped down again with this red candle, I may have just bailed because I just didn't trust my setup, which yeah, I should have just held because I ended up re-entering a little bit later for a slightly worse entry where price did just pop straight up. And you know, I was pretty confident seeing this, so I started to feel a little bit better. I did move my stop loss to break even in case there was some fat rejection out of nowhere, but we are pretty close to my target, so it probably won't get hit. It got hit, and like it was literally only 1 point from my target, so I was pissed. Seeing this, I did quickly close the charts to try and cool off though, but when I took a peek later, I saw that price ripped up even more after too, which just pissed me off even more. So yeah, today could have been a green day, but instead I'm down 400 bucks. So for today, the plan was to first of all not trade the first 10 minutes after open, which I did keep to, but I may have just blown my account anyways. So to start off the day, I was overall bullish as price did just pop up to all-time highs overnight, and I was like 600 bucks away from blowing my eval, so I really needed a win soon. Off open, price did drop lower and was looking like it was just gonna bounce right back up soon, but I did want to wait for some sort of setup, which I did get a little bit later as price did fail to break these lows and instead bounce back up above the 1 minute moving average here. Now we do still have to break through the 5 minute moving average, which already looked washed to me, so I was feeling confident about this, and we did get that breakthrough. With that, I may have gotten a little too confident in this because I did just add 2 more contracts wanting this trade to be the one to save the eval. But like price low-key was struggling to push higher, so I was getting a little scared and was considering to bail out, but I was like, nah, just hold. My stop is already near break even, so let's just see what happens. And yeah, I got tapped out for a small loss here. However, right after price was starting to get bought right back up, so I was like, nah, if we going up, I need to be in it. So yeah, I jumped back in along, which I probably shouldn't have as I already saw price struggling to push higher, but I was really stubborn about this long and really wanted to catch a winning trade today. And yeah, this wasn't a winner as price got slapped right back down to stop me out for a loss. At this point, I was just gonna stop for today, but since I only had like 200 bucks left in the account, I just said fuck it and went short here, where I also might have just added 2 more contracts too, which I probably shouldn't have as I just got instantly closed out right before the actual drop here. Still, it was just a stupid trade that I took because I was salty. So yeah, with that, it brings an end to my eval that I had like an $1,800 lead on. Okay, so for today, I reached into that YouTube money to fund yet another eval account, where honestly, I was thinking about just full porting evals until I passed, because I really was just frustrated with sticking to my rules and not really getting any results so far. So yeah, not gonna lie, I really was tempted to just ditch everything and just trade off vibes again, but that's just taking the easy way out, and it's probably not a smart choice if I want to keep doing this. So instead, I decided to sharpen up my rule set a bit more and make some slight adjustments. The first thing I did was to get rid of the 1 minute chart, because even though I switched to the 5 minute chart a few weeks ago, I'm still relying on this 1 minute chart way too much lately. So yeah, swapped it out with a 15 minute chart because why not? I did also add another way to enter my trades because I won't have the 1 minute chart to help guide me anymore, but I'll just keep this new method a secret for now until I actually enter off of it. So instead, let's just see how the first day on the account went. Basically for today, I was leaning a little more bullish, but we are just in this range up here, so to be honest, anything could happen. And off open, price did break lower to shatter my bullish bias, but there was still hope as buyers stepped back in to push price back up a little. Low-key though, this did look like a potential short opportunity, but after seeing how multiple attempts to go lower got bought up in these candles, I decided to wait a bit longer, where I was still confused on the direction, so I was just holding off on taking any trades. And yeah, price just got slapped down hard, which was getting bought up immediately, so things were getting a little messy, and I honestly couldn't be bothered looking at this mess any longer, so I just closed the charts and didn't take any trades today. Let's see, so for today, I'm looking at this and I don't know, I kind of wanted to see price pump up to these all-time highs and break higher, so I was looking for longs, and a little aftermarket open price did get this fat bounce after sweeping these lows, so I did want to get in long with this limit order looking for a minor pullback of this candle, but yeah, price did just keep going up without me. I was still looking for these all-time highs though, so I did take another stab long up here after seeing price pull back and potentially get a bounce back up with this wick off the moving average. Was I a bit too early on the call though? Yeah, as price did just drop down a little more to stop me out. However, I did re enter after seeing price form another wick here, still believing that this is a pullback and we're gonna get that move up, which yeah, it was, as price popped right back up to easily hit my target for a decent profit. Low-key, I was debating on holding a few runners to see if price would break these all-time highs and just pump, but I decided to not be greedy and take the base hit today, which yeah, price did break higher, so it's honestly whatever. Seeing this though, I did just stop trading because there probably wouldn't be another good entry for today. So with that, I was able to end the day off of a profit of like 360 bucks. Alrighty, it's Friday, and for today, I really didn't like how price stalled after breaking all-time highs yesterday, so low-key, I was feeling a bit bearish, looking for price to break back below these 250s and 200s. However, off open, price instead was just fighting for its life inside this range we've been in since yesterday. Seeing this, I decided to first wait for a break and retest out of the range before taking a trade in any direction, which yeah, we did get that break below the 250s like I initially wanted. However, there really wasn't a retest as price did just fall straight to the 200s, where we did end up bouncing up to form this pullback and an opportunity for me to short, but having a bounce here really wasn't something I wanted to see for the short side. So instead of taking a stab short, I wanted to wait a bit more, and by waiting a little more, I did see price give two more bearish candles with these wicks. However, the volume here looked dead to me, which low-key signals to me that it's less likely we would get that break lower now. So with that logic, I decided to wait a bit more, and yeah, price did get a little drop before forming this double bottom to keep us above the 200s, and with volume dying out even more here, it looked like price was just going to be ranging today, so I decided just to not take any trades. So yeah, closing out this week with a pretty decent start on the new eval, but yeah, the beginning of this week was still pretty bad on that OTA count, and if we do just take some time to reflect on this blown eval's progress, I would say there is some improvement I made despite the red carpet ending, where I did stick to my rule of not losing more than $600 a day, and I was still having some days where I didn't take any trades at all, so I am slightly getting better at obeying some of my rules, I guess. However, yeah, as I started to lose more on the account, I did also start to take more trades that didn't really fit my plans as much, mainly because I was trying to get back that money, you know, so that's still my fault, and I just gotta do better at accepting losses. Low-key though, I did take some of those trades because I still had that 1 minute chart baiting me half the time, and like the 1 minute chart is fine, it's just I get baited into so many trades on it that don't suit my overall game plan. So for me, it's more like a curse now. Initially, I did keep it around when I switched over to the 5 minute chart because most of my backtesting was on the 1 minute chart, and I honestly was scared that I would miss out on some trades without it, which I will, but let's be real, most of the trades I take on the 1 minute chart are losers anyways, so I think not having it will help me out. In general, sticking with higher time frames tends to make me more patient anyways, so we're gonna run with that for now. Also, after blowing this eval, I was debating whether I should just full port some evals till I passed or not, but thinking about it now, even if I got to a funded account, I would still probably just blow it anyways. So I just gotta focus on improving my own game first, and once I stay disciplined enough, then I can always just size up to pass these evals faster. It has been a couple of months since I last touched a funded account though, so I honestly feel like I'm just not making any progress at all.